Welcome to It Was All a Dream official podcast. I am your host, Ashley Greggins, and we are on episode 9. Today's guest is Olivia, and she owns by Liv Navarro. She's a makeup artist, and she has jumped into self-employment at such a young age that I just know the future is going to be bright for her. So excited to hear all about her plans and just get to know her a little better. Hi Liv, welcome to It Was All a Dream.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm so excited, you know. A bit nervous, but excited.
Yeah, good. You're going to be absolutely great. I absolutely love how young you are. Like, honestly, when I was doing a bit of research on you, I was like, she's a baby. And you've got it all together.
I really forget that I'm not 16, you know. Though. I really do still feel like I'm not 16.
No, you've got it all together. You've literally got your head screwed on. Like, what? I've actually met Liv on a night out. And I was bigging it up to the max, wasn't I? I was like, you're just so good. She's so good. She's so confident on her social media as well, which I want to get into because I love that. And possibly, I think at your age, not that she's like super, super young, by the way, and I'm super old, but I think at your age, it's so important. That's the way it is going now. Social media is it. So if you can think of any little tips to give anyone to have that little bit of confidence, my tip is just don't give a fuck. And just do it anyway.
I feel like I was always growing up thinking too much about what people thought about me. I cared too much about that. And I think you just have to just bite the bullet and just do, because like no one cares. Everyone's for themselves, aren't they? So no one's looking at what you're doing. They don't really care that much.
They honestly really don't. And it's so refreshing to hear someone your age like say that as well. It's so refreshing. Because when I started, I mean, this is my 3rd go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Please, no one scroll to the bottom of the videos. But when I first started, I literally was like, I'm going to be in everyone's WhatsApp groups. Everyone's going to care about me. Oh my God, does my hair look okay? And like my best videos have been the ones where I'm like, oh, I just don't care anymore. I'm bothered. Like my mates get a picture now and they'll like put it round and they go, and I go, the amount of stuff that's on the internet now. I do not care what I look like on your Instagram. Right, so where did you grow up?
Anfield.
Yeah. Oh, so you're close to me then.
Yeah, same house all my life, apart from like the first 3 months, I think.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, that's the only house I know.
And who was you growing up with? Who was in your house? Any siblings?
Yeah, my older sister Emma. She's 4 years older than me, and then my mum and my dad.
Nice.
And then my pets.
Nice. Oh, what pets have you got?
So when I was growing up, I had a King Charles Spaniel called Charlie, and he was my best mate ever. I had him since I was 4, and he passed away when I was in 6th form. I was only in 6th form, like 2 months later.
We'll get into that.
But yeah, he passed away then, and then we got another dog. He's a cockapoo called Teddy. But in between, like, I've got a cat as well. But
okay, she met
both of them. I'm sorry if you're not that.
It's okay.
She knew both of the dogs.
Yeah. No, I'm a recent animal lover. It's come on to me later on in life. I don't have kids, so I'm like, you're my baby.
Yeah.
You're my fur baby. So in school, how was you in school? I think you was the class clown.
No.
Oh, you really?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Honestly, I was good in school, but I didn't enjoy it. I just was there to just do what I needed to do.
Of course.
I got on with everyone. I wouldn't really say I'd I think it was just, it was really hard for me sometimes. Like, I think when I got to like year 9, when everyone started going out and stuff, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just like go to the park. So I would never go out with people from school. But when I was in school, like I was friends with everyone, but I did have a hard time fitting in.
Yeah.
And I think obviously, I don't know. It was just a very hard. Like,
was it an all girls school or was it a mixed school? It was all girls.
Yeah,
it is. All girls school is tough. It is. I went to an all girls school. I went to Holly Lodge, and it is tough. But I think now I'm such a girl's girl in that way because you are programmed that way, aren't you? But So what about lessons? Was you good in lessons?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy?
I loved art. I think art was the only one I really liked. I liked English, because I liked my English teacher. He was laid back. And as I got to like year 9, when I was doing the options, I picked media, so I liked that as well. So I was like video editing and stuff. They were the only ones I really enjoyed. I hated like PE, I hated maths struggled so much at maths.
So academics weren't really your thing, but
No,
obviously
creative.
creativity, which obviously shines through now what you've ended up
Yeah.
doing later on in life. So you've left school, and then did you have a first job? Have you ever been employed?
Yeah, so my first job I worked in JD
Okay.
in Liverpool one.
Yeah.
The worst, like the just retail, just not for me.
Christmas time.
Yeah, and obviously it was the biggest one in like town, wasn't it? So it was just honestly, it was so hard. But yeah, because I left sixth form after like 2 months, it just wasn't for me. And then I did do some volunteering first in a dog daycare, and then my mum made me go with my auntie's bakery, so I had to go there as well and do some volunteering there.
Okay, so we're a little cook as well. You do
not really. I done bare minimum. But yeah, JD was when I was like, okay, I need to do something now. Like I need to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was doing.
No. Well, you don't when you're that age, though, are you? You're not supposed to. I've honestly done every job underneath the sun. It makes me laugh now because, like, what I ended up with, I've done every job underneath the sun. So you went straight into makeup. So was makeup like a sideline? How did we get in the makeup? Are you like a YouTube person? You were watching them do it?
I loved it. I wasn't even a makeup girl. Like a makeup YouTuber girl. I was like Zoella, Joe Sugg, Casper Lee. Do you know them?
No.
They were just like the vloggers back in the day, and I literally loved them. Like everyone knew how much I
wish that I was that either, because I think that I'd be better. Like I kind of am trying to get to that.
Yeah, it's not. You're probably like the new generation of them. And they literally like it was just that was what the YouTubers I like, and all my mates were into makeup and stuff, and I just never was. I couldn't do it. And then when I left school, I didn't know what I was doing. My sister was doing beauty, she did nails, eyelashes, brows, and stuff. So one of my mates was with her doing she was home based at this point, and was doing her lashes or brows, whatever she was doing. And I was just scrolling on my Instagram, just chilling, and I was like, oh my god, look, like at this makeup page, like doing like a course, and it was one of the girls that I've had my makeup done by before, so I knew I liked her makeup, I was comfortable around her. Her name was Mia. She's not even in the industry anymore, she's a teacher, but she was so good, and honestly, like that was just like the start of it. And mum got me in for Christmas, and I just got stuck into it. And I feel like I'm that person. I need to be shown. I can't just watch something and do it. I need to literally do it and be shown like that way.
Yeah, me too. I'm such a practical learner. I'm not like a sit down at a desk and learn. Yeah. But then I am a little nerd at home. I will go then and like sit and read my books at home. So you went into you done like a course with a type of thing like that?
Yeah, it was a day course, but at the time, like accreditation wasn't really a big thing then. Yeah. So I didn't get it was just a full day course. I done 3 looks.
Like a masterclass, that's what
one-to-one little course.
I think you learn so much off masterclasses. Yeah. I'm an educator and I've gone more that way. I'm doing seminars and like stuff. Yeah. I think like you get to pick the brains of the person. Yeah. Like you're like not looking up to be, because that sounds so cringy to say.
It was true, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're qualified, and then so obviously there was a lot of practicing. There was what did you do? Did you go into a salon? Did you just practice at home?
So I practiced, and then I'd get me family, friends come to me room. That's where I was based, in my bedroom. And I'd do the makeup and stuff. And then I ended up going to Girl Gang.
Love.
So obviously they're not a salon anymore, but that was the first salon I was in, and then lockdown hit.
What a vibe to be in that salon though at that time. They were like, they just like blew up, didn't they? They were so good.
Yeah. Such lovely girls as well.
Yeah, they seemed it. Yeah.
And they really did like accommodate to me, because obviously I wasn't busy or anything, so they did just really help me. I was doing makeup looks on them. But then it was lockdown and I was in there and no one could wear. But then when we could go back to work, I didn't have the clientele, so I couldn't afford it. So I had to leave. Yeah. So that's the only reason I left there.
Yeah. Well, everything happens for a reason, except for COVID. I still can't wait out that reason.
I do think that. I feel like for me, I didn't think it was like personally, like obviously I was terrified for everything going on. No one knows really what was going on, do they? No. But for me, I think the way I am, because I didn't know what I was doing, I felt comfortable. I felt content that. And it sounds so bad, but we were all being held back. Yes. So I didn't feel left behind.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
that's such a nice way of
so that's what it was like for me. And I got to spend this time with my mum and dad. Well, my mum was still working because she's a midwife, but my dad was furloughed. Me and my sister couldn't work. We were all just in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's when I got loads of really creative with my makeup. Like I was doing a look every single day in lockdown.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's such a nice way of
Yeah.
like thinking about that because it's so true. Because sometimes you can get stuck on, I call it like the hamster wheel, and you just, I've had to now go to myself. Someone actually said to me the other day, and they said, Ashley, don't forget the tortoise still won the race. And I was like, wow, I forgot that. Because I've always gone, I'm here for the long run. Doesn't matter how long it takes me. I'm going to get there. I'm here for the long run. And like just the past 2 years, I'm on this absolute hamster chase wheel.
Yeah.
So I really like that. See, I love this podcast. I do not take loads away from it. Absolutely love it. So you've done your and then is that where you've started to build up the social media side as well? Yeah. Did you go on TikTok or was you a late starter on the TikTok?
No, I was on Musical.ly when it was Musical.ly.
Yes, love.
So I feel like that's where most of my followers came from, Musical.ly. But I didn't really get stuck into it. Like it was literally just a bit of lip sync.
We didn't know what it was going to be.
Like I didn't do like I didn't start the makeup sides of it and like TikTok and that way in the transitions until lockdown. But obviously it was a thing before when it was Musical.ly, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
I did have it then, but I didn't know it when it changed what it was going to be.
Yeah, I love that. I didn't, and it's one of my biggest regrets. My mum kept saying to me, you've got to get on this TikTok, you've got to get, and I was like, I think I was like 29 at the time. I was like, I am not dancing on the internet. And now I'm like, what the fuck didn't you do?
I did the dance.
Yeah. No, I'm like that dancing on it.
It is quite daunting though, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it is. I think you've just literally, for anybody who's like listening to Liv and that, and you can obviously tell like social media is a big part of both of our companies, businesses. What I would say is you've literally just, you can't take yourself too serious on it. Because that's when you can get in your own head. And I always say, like, I'm laughing at myself first. So it doesn't matter if you all laugh at me because I had a laugh doing it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm like. I know you're laughing because I'm dead funny.
Well, I follow loads of like content creator, what do they call like people who manage people?
Yes.
Those people who help like grow your business and grow your TikToks and how to get your engagement. And people just like raw, genuine content. Like most of my videos I've done better when I'm not done up. Yeah. Like the other day, I think I went to the new Harry Potter shop.
Where is it?
In town. No, by the Dunkin' Donuts, the new one.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. And my mate was just like, Liv, go here and just film something and just do it. And to be honest, I'm not in it that much, but I've done like a reaction of me going in and I'm just in gym stuff, bun heads, like literally. And it's got like 23,000 views. I could sample them both. TikToks.
I honestly go, the one that goes viral is going to be the most ugliest one. I already know.
But it's got people like raw content and genuine stuff.
Yeah. I think also now, like, what I'm trying to do is just not look at the views no more. I was speaking to my little cousin the other day and she started a nail page and stuff and she went, I got like 1,000 views on the first one, then the second one was 300. She was dead disheartened and I went, 300 people have looked at your work. Yeah. Like, that's how you've got to look at it. And she it was like a little light bulb moment for her. Yeah. She was like, I never thought that. And I was like, that's the way you've got to stick to it. 300 people have looked at your work. It doesn't matter that it's 300 views, it's people. And she was like, oh, mate, I'm going to post a video. Yeah. So that was like good, So we've done our makeup, and then when did the gel nails come in? Is that a little bit later?
Yeah, it was a year after.
Yeah, 2022, I think I've seen on your post.
Yeah, I think it was it then? Or maybe it was 2 years after that. Yeah. I done my makeup in 2019.
Yes.
And then
COVID.
Or maybe it wasn't. I can't even remember.
I feel like all that just morphed into one area. Like, I'm like pre-COVID, post-COVID.
Yeah, I feel like it just I still feel like we're 2 years behind.
Yes.
Because I just can't believe that them 2 years were like took away, basically.
I know.
It's so weird. But yeah, that was after. It was because obviously I was struggling with my makeup clients and stuff. And like building like a business kind of thing. Yeah. And if my mum always said, if you want to be self-employed, you can't just do makeup on a weekend. So true. And I was like, fair enough.
No, it's so true. It is, yeah. I've rented stations. I've had salons and whatever, and I've rented stations. And the makeup girls would be like, I've got no one in today, so I'm not coming in. And I'd be like, well, you're never going to have anyone in. you need to sit there. So
Yeah.
what you've done is you're in that shop active, and then loads of people will be like, because I used to say like the hairdressers are running late, oh, can you just do my eyes?
Yeah.
You know, like that. So true. That was great advice off your mum.
Yeah, she
They
is.
are
She's,
always
she's
right.
very knowledgeable.
Yeah, they are always right. So you was building this up, and then because you've only recently gone fully self-employed, haven't you? Good
not even 2
girl.
months.
I know.
Oh my god,
it's such a big leap, isn't it? It is scary.
Yeah,
isn't
it is. It was so scary.
But what do you love about self-employment?
Honestly, the free time. If that makes, I know that sounds bad, but I think because when I was doing my other job, I didn't have any time for my own business. So my free time now, I am still having time to myself, but I'm also putting all that extra time into my business. Like I'm not as exhausted either.
Yes.
Like I was so tired, like burnt out. It was awful. Like
no, it's hard.
Especially trying to make time for myself. Like because I go to the gym as well, don't I? So I'm just like I was going to work for like 7:45 and coming home about 8:30.
Yeah.
So much.
It's that 9 to 5. It can be tiring, can't it? When I first met you, you were doing social media. I don't know if you remember this conversation or something. And I said to you, why aren't you doing on your own page?
You did say.
Yeah. I didn't even really know either. And you was like, oh, I'm just, and I was like, but I don't understand why you're building that page. Why aren't you doing on your own page? And I was like, so like I like shouted that a little bit outside. I was like, get on your own page, because I think for the future, I think you're gonna have such an amazing personal brand. Just what I see,
I hope so, because that's what I want.
Yeah, just what I see. I just see brilliant at makeup, brilliant at nails, brilliant at everything you do. Your social media, I'm like, she's got it. And it does take that little something. So you're doing your makeup and your gel nails, and you've got your own product. Your little superstar. Yes. So we're going to plug them in. So it's lip glosses. Any future plans for any more products?
Well, I definitely I don't want that to just be the end. Because obviously that was kind of just something I introduced literally to save up for a car. Like that's what that's what I wanted it for. So I don't want to just be like someone who's in a salon just doing makeup. I genuinely look up to like Made by Mitchell and P. Louise.
Don't we all, babe? Don't we all?
Mitchell, I'm obsessed with that man. Like I'm not even joking.
No, especially now. Wow, like honestly, I was watching him. He has not stopped for about 2 months as well. Like I was watching him the other day, and I was just like, I want that.
Yeah, like I could see myself being. I could see myself.
You say it. You absolutely say. Oh my god, you say it. You put that out to the universe.
I feel like I can see myself being like that.
You will be then. That's why I am the biggest. If you can see it and you can picture it, then it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like Ross goes to me, my partner. Sometimes like I have like decorated this place before and he walks in and goes, it's literally exactly the way she's seen it. Like I'm just such a big manifester, and I am the first person to say what my achievement is going to be, and I'm not shy about that.
Yeah.
Like, am I shy about that? Like that's you've got to tell the universe.
Yeah, I feel like that's another thing that I've picked up on since being self-employed is I'm celebrating every single small win. Like every single one. Like even one of my mates that I know through makeup, she commented on my post and was like, you're making me celebrate more of my wins. Like she was like, I wish I'd done that from the get-go. Like I was doing like posts like day 4 of being self-employed, and it's just all these little wins, and they all add up. Like because this time, like 3 years ago, I would not think I'd be in this position.
No, and it's because it's your wins.
Yeah,
that's why you're feeling it, and that's why it feels so good. Is because all them little stepping stones lead to that path that you're on, and them little tiny wins. And she is so right, because I have chased the bigger picture for years and years, that now when I look back, sometimes I have to look back scroll on my Instagram just to appreciate, well, look where you've come at. Because I didn't do that at all. I'd stand outside, I'd get my shop sign, and I'd go, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, a nice car would look better outside here. What's it? I was so like that. So you keep doing that, and also keep blogging it and keep doing that, because that is definitely the future, and we love to see it. Like everyone loves to watch it. Everyone loves that like entrepreneurship. My TikTok is literally, I could go and run on my treadmill because it inspires me, because it picks up what you like. Man, it's just all you smashing it. Man, it's just everyone don't hardly have anything negative, except like a lot of people who've gone sober. I have that a lot as well because I'm like, I have a lot of like people that don't drink no more.
Oh,
so I definitely must be tempted, like thinking about it somewhere up there. So what do you love about makeup? Because you're so creative. What is it about the makeup that you love?
Do you know what? There's so many aspects to it that I love. I love the like just the creativity of it. Like I love, like, this is more for myself because obviously a lot of people come in and just getting glams to go out and stuff. But for me, it's like art.
Yes.
So like obviously I loved art in school and stuff, but this is just like a new way of doing art. Like your face is the canvas. Like obviously my clients, their face is the canvas as well, but they like to just like going out glam, whereas I like doing like cut creases, stuff like that on myself, getting models in, getting all the content. But when it comes to my clients, I love that, like, I don't put too much on. I enhance the natural beauty and it makes them feel so much better. And I think the feedback as well, it makes it, and like the end result of when like they see themselves in the mirror, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it's very similar to obviously my cosmetic work that I do. It's so similar. I do feel like as well, the best makeup artist I've gone to, which I do, if I was booking in, I'd be booking in. I don't go anywhere to get my makeup done, but when I do, but the best makeup artists are the ones that don't overload me with that contour and that highlighter, and I'm like, I'm bouncing off every wall and all counts. So I do always think, and I think as well, your more mature clientele, I think sometimes it can put them off if they look and they go, oh no, they put too much makeup on, don't they? I think it like puts them off. Yeah,
with me, I've always said less is more. And I've always said I always apply minimal because you can always build it up if they want more. Like I've had a client before this podcast today and she wanted more bronzer and that was fine because I could do it. But imagine if I didn't and I'd done more and she wanted less, I couldn't.
Then you've got to take it off. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes, well, you've got to work that out.
Yeah, so I always do. It's easier to add than take away.
Yeah, it is. Right, let's get a little bit deep because I like to go deep.
Okay, let's have a little glass.
You have a little glass of water. So, what is your biggest personal strength and what is your biggest personal weakness?
My personal strength, I feel like I'm a really hard worker.
Good girl.
I really am, but then that kind of goes in hand with the weakness because I am too hard on myself sometimes. I feel like I'm too hard on myself, but then I also like I don't give myself that credit. Sometimes I feel like other people have to remind me that I'm doing well. Like if I do something I'm not happy with, my mum's like, it's fine, like it's not like look what else you've done. Or another thing, I'm my biggest critic.
Yes.
Like I could be, my sister does nails as well.
Why are we like that? I don't know why we're like that.
My sister does nails as well. She's done it for a lot longer than me. But when I say if I'm doing a French on hair and I don't like it, I'll wipe it off. She goes, why have you just done that? Like it was literally fine. I'm like, but it wasn't though.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't fine to me.
It wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know why we're like that. Honestly, I would love to like find out the psychology of that because I do think, I don't know why, but entrepreneurs, self-employment, we are our biggest critics. And like, it's like everyone will go to me, smashing it, Ash, you're smashing it. Like I hear that so regular and I'm like, I'm not even nearly to what I want to be. Yeah, it's the maddest thing. Or I can do the most silliest mistake. I don't know, something so stupid. I don't mop the floor when I leave here because I'm knackered. It will do it. I will persecute myself for being lazy when I get in and I've finished at 9 o'clock. You know, like that's what I'm like. It's the maddest thing. Yeah. So your strength is your creativity, your hard work, you're driven, which is going to be so useful to you. It definitely is. And then your weakness is that you are too hard on yourself. Yeah. Which is, you know, I think we're all gonna have to deal with some of that at some point. I think it is. But I also think it's very good because it does keep you driven. It keeps me on check. Yeah. Like I'm like, no days off.
Yeah. You do, yeah.
This week's episode is sponsored by Cosmetology with Elegance. Affordable skincare, high-end ingredients. We'll link the website below. Let's get back to the episode. So what is one piece of advice that somebody has given to you that you're always going to take with you?
It's for some reason, it's always this one that my mum says to me, take one day at a time. I feel like it doesn't seem like much, but for me, when I'm thinking, I used to worry about the future so much, and my mum would just be like, just take one day at a time. And I always remember that, when I'm getting overwhelmed or anything, or I'm stressing about things, or things aren't going my way. I always remember that, but then I also remember another person who I met when I was it was a customer in my old job, and he always said, because everyone was always asking me, are you going to do more courses, are you going to do this, are you going to do that? And then I told him, like, I'm not really I'm just going to stay with nails and makeup for now. And he said, that's true. Jack of all trades, master of none, or something. And I just want to perfect my makeup, and like makeup and nails, like, there's so much learning. You're constantly learning with it.
Yeah, it is honestly like, so say for instance, take me away from it and take the educated in me. So like when I'm speaking to my girls and I'm tutoring them, it's the biggest thing I say. And I'm selling courses.
Yeah.
So I could stand there and say, let's do all the courses in the world. It is the biggest. When I started, my dad said, he used to have this saying, and he'd be like, the only course she hasn't been on is a golf course. Because I've done that many courses. And then I literally decided, right, what do you enjoy? Every day when you're going in, what are the treatments that you go, can't wait for this?
Yeah.
I'm just going to get dead good at that.
Yeah.
Like, and adjusting that. So that is, Jack of all trades is one of the greatest ones, but I absolutely love that. Take one day at a time.
Yeah, because I love that. It's my mum that's told me that. Yes. Because she's never put too much pressure on me, my mum.
No, and mums are just always right. They always got your best intention. Even though sometimes we're like, oh, mom. Yeah. But they are always right. You recently put an Instagram post up, babe, that I feel like I would be doing my viewers an injustice if I didn't speak about it. So I just want you to delve in, as comfortable as you are about speaking about it, but which is amazing because you've already shared with me that you are absolutely comfortable about speaking about this, and you want to speak about this because you would like people who possibly are in a same circumstance as you and stuff, they'd be able to like find some guidance really as to, so how did you end up with the Instagram post?
So, to be honest, the whole journey started about like 2 or 3 years ago. And I was going through a really tough time, and my mum was really worried about me. Like, I'd be in bed constantly. Like, I wouldn't get up. Like, I just wouldn't get up. But I could go out with people, go out house, go town, go drinking, and I'd just spend the rest of the day in bed. And then every weekend's the same. And I'd spend all my money, and I woke up and I'd hate myself. And my mum rang the doctors because she was so worried about it was that bad. And she got the doctor to ring me, and I was convinced I had bipolar, like convinced, like we all were. I was told, the doctor told him everything, like I was on the phone for about half an hour, and if not longer. And he said, definitely not bipolar. So I was like, And he said, maybe I want you to look into ADHD and autism. So ADHD, I was like, all right, but autism I was a little bit taken back by. I was like, me? Like, no. But I got referred to a psychiatrist, and then I got referred to counselling in White Pass, and I was talking to the counsellor there. I was there for 8 weeks. And then I just didn't hear anything for a while. And I was like, But from that counselling, like, block of sessions, I just kind of started living my life as if I had been diagnosed, not telling anyone. I told people I was on the pathway, I was getting assessed for it.
Did you know anything about autism before this? Did you research? No. Did you? Because that's what was the feelings? How was you? If somebody was listening now and they were like, you know what, like I can relate to that. What was the feelings that you were feeling that it was that now you go, that is autism, that was it?
Yeah, so it's still now, it's so hard because I don't know as much, and I'm still, because obviously I got diagnosed 3 weeks ago, I got my diagnosis.
And you're so brave for talking about it. I'm so proud of you, and thank you, because it is invaluable for some people to just listen to this.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want people thinking, oh, attention, do you know what I mean? Like, because some people can be like that, and that's not like, but for me, I wasn't just speaking for like telling everyone. I feel like it took a bit of stress off me knowing that my clients know that I suffer with, like, not suffer, but I suffer with like burnouts and stuff. So if I'm not chatty at an appointment, that's why. So that's one reason I post it. But the second one is, I'm 22 and I've just been diagnosed with it. And I think in school, when I was saying about how I never fitted in anywhere, and sometimes I go into school crying, like, and I don't know why. All this could have been helped if, and we know, and obviously, like, it's took me going on this, like, discovery journey, trying to figure out what's wrong with me to
get them answers.
Yeah, so I feel like right now I still don't even know what my traits are. I'm waiting for me report to come
That's
back.
what I was going to say. So what happens from now? So you've been diagnosed. Is are they gonna? Is it counselling? Is it therapy? Or is it just
you can get counselling for it? But I feel like when I started living my life, like saying I've got autism to myself, like accepting it, I was a lot less harsh on myself, and I feel like things did get better.
Yeah, because you probably understand yourself more.
I'm looking at people thinking, how are you going to work for a full day to go home with you and then spend time with your mates until like what 11 o'clock? Like, no, like that couldn't be me. Like, I need a nap every day.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds so crazy.
No,
like,
but it doesn't.
Like, I used to have a beanbag in the salon.
Yeah. No, but it's, and it really is, because some people could put it down to like laziness, or am I just really tired? So, and you're so brave to like just have that conversation with the doctor and want to move forward with that. And obviously, because some people would have just went like, "Whoa, yeah." So you are so brave there, and it's just, I hope that you get as much support as you need. I feel like you're such a like brave person anyway, and I feel like you're strong and stuff like that, but I feel like it is something, it's a journey, it's so new that you've got. And also I want you to look at it as something to be excited about, because you're going to be able to really delve into your personality traits, who you are, and also understand and not think of it as like that's a bad trait. It's not a bad trait, that's you. And now you've got a reason why sometimes you might do like things like that, like going into school crying. Like people would be like, "God, she's just a whinger. She doesn't." Well, no, now you you understand.
And I feel like as well, it's just it. When I think back to times, like for example, when I was going out drinking all the time with my mates, and I don't know how I done that. Like, I'd wake up and I'd just do my clients and stuff. I don't know how I done that now, knowing what I know. But I seen a TikTok, and this is another thing why I love TikTok for, because there's so many girls that have been like diagnosed. And one of the girls that I followed, she said that she found drinking. She got into a bad habit of drinking every weekend, which obviously I did, but it was because it quietens your brain down.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, these are little things I'm just finding out now. Like, there's so much more I'm going to find out. Like just so many ways to just like.
But that was so understandable, because some people could just see it as like, oh, she's a teenager playing up, or she's a, you know what I mean? And now you can understand. Also, I can imagine that. I mean, I'm not too sure, because I don't know much about it, and it is definitely something that now I even want to know more about and stuff. It's definitely something that I want to definitely learn about. But I would imagine drinking and socialising and stuff, it can be so draining. So I can imagine the peak and then the fall to that. Like, so that staying in bed all day, and that's not because you were hungover, it was probably because sociably you were then exhausted from all of that.
Yeah, and on my assessment, the woman who was doing my assessment, she told me, she went, "You are a master at masking." And to me, I still don't even know. I need to figure out what I'm doing to mask. Like, and I in that video with that girl saying about the alcohol quietens your brain down, but also you start slowly unmasking and just being yourself, because you can just blame it on being drunk.
Okay.
So these are all little things that kind of add up to me, but still I'm waiting for my report back to see, to read about myself and what she's picked up as autism, because I still don't know some things.
Yeah.
So every day I'm learning something new.
Yeah, and it's such a journey, and it's it's probably you're probably going to be my age and still learning things about, because it is something that is getting more and more advanced, just by doctors and researchers and science and stuff looking at it in more, it's so much more spoken about now as well and stuff, which is amazing. And again, you are amazing for bringing it up onto the podcast. And if anybody was listening and they was struggling, what is that process? Is it to speak to a doctor? Is that where if somebody was listening now and thinking?
Yeah, so my first thing was I had to speak to my GP, so that's what I done first. Spoke to my GP and he referred me himself to the psychiatrist, but it was a really confusing journey for me because I did have a few initial appointments and I didn't hear from them for 2 years. And then this is when I started struggling again with myself and like my time management, like working and stuff. I emailed the wait list and said, I'm just wondering how long I am. Like, I mean, that's how my mum knew I was struggling again. Because I emailed them and they emailed me back, I think the same day or maybe a couple of days later. And they said, we're currently still going from people from 2020, you're on it from 2022. So I was had to wait another 2 years. But because I reached out, I think they sent a letter out. Like, I got a letter the next week saying they've partnered up with clinical partners, which is like, I think that's kind of like the right to choose route. I don't really know. But they sent me a letter and said, do you want to go on this wait list instead? If so, give us a ring and we'll transfer all your stuff over. So I rang them and then I said to them, so what's this process like? What's different? They said, this one's just on Zoom and it's a shorter wait list, so it's not a face-to-face one. And it's like, and I got I got reassessment. I got that in like 6 weeks. After 6 weeks.
So that's good for any viewers that maybe are going through that process and they are in that waiting list. That there is other options, and don't just struggle and just wait, because the NHS at the minute is just absolutely weighed down completely on its floor, isn't it? So I think that is. But no, Liv, I really appreciate you speaking about that, and I'm sure there's going to be so many people that watching and is just going to be like, wow, like maybe, or even just love you a little bit more.
Thanks.
So thank you for that. No what is like? So this is a question that's relaying from that, really. So if you could tell your past self one thing, what would it be? Ooh.
There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh,
that's just
a little doll. Yeah. You are just a little doll.
I think because I have been in like them times where you can't see a way out of like how you're feeling. Like I have been through so much that no one would know. Like no one would know. Like
and I can vouch for that as well, because I mean, look at the reflection from the conversation we've just had. I've literally gone from how bubbly, how social media present you are, how much you've like not even knowing that that's what you were going through. Like, so that is what she was saying about the masking and stuff. That is, it does. You are, because I would never have known until I seen the posts.
Yeah, as well. And I think that is like a thing. Like, I know how to mimic what society wants from. Is it a neurotypical? That's the one. Neurotypical person. Like, that's like, I know what society expects now. So for 22 years, I've learned. I know how to be in one situation and how to be in another situation, even though it's draining me.
Wow.
So I think knowing that there's an explanation for that's light at the end of the tunnel.
And moving forward from that, is it like a case that you would be comfortable enough now to be like, because you understand yourself, you know what, that's draining me?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you'd be 100%, able to do that a little bit more now? Yeah,
like sometimes if I'm tired, I'll just think, no,
I'm allowed to be
I need to have a nap.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with, but that's another thing, I used to have a nap and I used to be so harsh on myself for having a nap.
Yeah.
So now I can just have a nap without feeling guilty.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I want to go back to your products, because I want to know, because obviously this is what I want to know. So you've got your lip glosses. Mm-hmm. What are you going to give us? Any plans or anything? Because like I'm seeing like are we doing makeup brushes? Because I see a lot of makeup artists go down that line, or are you like keeping it all secret because you're not putting it out there?
I'm not gonna lie, I have visions, but I've got no plans.
Yes,
like
that's a lot.
I'm trying to wait, because I am a firm believer in like the universe will give you, it'll just come to you. Yeah. So I'm not going out seeking for it. No. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to fall into my hands.
Me and my boyfriend had this conversation the other day, and he's not a manifestor and he doesn't believe in the universe, but he says it's hard for me not to see that there must be something because of how you just literally, your life has just felt like I say something and it happens.
Yeah.
But he was like, but is that just not because you're determined and you're, so it's not the manifesting, it's that you actually say you're going to do what you do kind of thing. And I was like, well, no, what you have to do is, it's a promise to the universe. So you have to bank that promise and then you work towards it and then you receive it as a gift of the hard work that works towards it. So I like that, because he was talking about McGregor, because McGregor had a fight and he said exactly what he was going to do and how he was going to do and how he was going to win the fight. And it was a certain punch within the first 3 seconds of this whatever. So I was like, I mean, like, look at McGregor. And he went, yeah, but he studied that lad and knew that he punched from the left and he think, you know what I mean? So and I was like, oh, okay.
He knows the stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, maybe not McGregor.
No, I do believe that, like, the world will give you what is right for you. Like, I can't even think, like,
my mum always says, like, what's meant for you doesn't pass you by. And I think it's so true. Like, when I was not losing West Derby, but when the landlords wanted West Derby back, I sobbed my heart out. Like, I saw, like, that was my end goal. I was buying that building. That was on my vision board. That was everything. I had the big Victorian door on the vision board. And then now I look and I think, like, what? Like, you know, because I used to say super build, but I thought West Derby was the super build, so not. But she always says that one, what's meant for you doesn't pass you by.
Yeah.
So you're very busy. You've got a lot going on. You're so young as well. So what are we doing for fun? If we're not going out, we're not socialising. What's your fun, Liv?
I feel like I find so much joy in the little things. So I am such a family orientated person. I love going to see my family, spending time with my friends' family. And then me and my mates will go for food. Sometimes we will have a little drink. But like, just like events as well. Like, I love going to like events like Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's so random, but I love it.
I know. I was reading. I was like, oh,
it's so random. But I think so. I love like watching TV shows like this. I'll watch the same TV show every time. Like, I watch the Vampire Diaries, then watch a spin-off, which is the originals, and then went back to the Vampire Diaries.
Okay, so you're a proper binge.
Yeah, so I think that could...
Do you read books? No,
I
you're
try
not really
so
reader.
hard.
Yeah.
I try so hard, but I can't. Like, one of my mates, Casey, she bought us all books for Valentine's. I'm still on chapter 1. Like,
maybe audio it. Sometimes if I'm struggling through a book, but I really want to get the information, I have to
do feel like, though, the watching the same episodes as well is, I think, a part of the ASD.
Possibly.
So I do. So when them characters, like the actors, go to Comic-Con, I'm like, I need to go. So I met two characters from the 2 actors and actors from the Vampire Diaries. Best day of my life.
Yeah.
That's what I say, like, honestly, I'm not joking. And like, I love
so
Harry
she loves
Potter
Comic-Con, she loves Harry Potter as well.
So,
she loves Disney.
Yeah.
You're just a typical 20, early 20s.
I just love shopping as well. Like, I find joy in that.
Oh, I hate shopping.
But it's not like that type of shopping. Like, it's like, I love going to TK Maxx and seeing all the finds, but that goes in with me content creating as well, because I won't buy anything sometimes. I'll just go and take pictures and be like, look what's in TK Maxx. Yeah.
So if you just need to look, you just know that you just need to get on her page and have a little look. She'll find it for you. I'm actually going to take that up because I hate shopping. It's my work. Like, honestly, if I've got this networking event in August and I'm already stressing because I know I have to find something to wear for it. Like, I like gym stuff, scrubs, like tracksuits.
But that's why ASOS is good though, because they've got loads of brands on one site.
They really are.
Yeah. So
they really are.
For clothes shopping, I like it online.
Yeah.
So like, but like any other shop, like makeup, little headbands, jewelry, and stuff, like going to have little news.
Yeah. What is 3 non-negotiable things that you put into your routine that helps you just balance out all this that's going on? Especially now that you're self-employed. Obviously, when you were employed, you probably didn't used to do this, but I know there is certain things in my routine that I have to do just to be so productive.
My number 1 is, honestly, I've got to have a coffee.
Yes.
And I have to have a coffee. Like, even if I'm not even doing anything that day, if I have a coffee, I feel I've been productive. Yeah. But that's what gets me. I go and get a coffee, and then sometimes if I've got not really much to do, I'll sit in the shop and then I'll just writing notes.
You're a writer.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
a list
writing.
writer.
Yeah, so I feel like when most people in like our industry do, they have like booking systems. I don't. I write it all down. I answer my messages that way. I feel like once I've written them down, it kind of is in my mind then, so I know that I have got someone in that day.
Yes.
But also I've got like I love writing notes.
I have to interrupt because I am so made up that a 20-year-old, 22-year-old, it's 22, yeah. 22-year-old still has pen and paper because I get shouted at every day because she's like online everything.
No, David's trying to get me to go on Fresher and I just can't get. I tried, I can't get on board. I need to write it down.
No. So you like goal writing, you like writing your notes, your coffee.
So my coffee is my number one negotiable. And the other two, I feel like...
Your gym, I would say.
Yeah, gym. Gotta make time for
You're
my
gym girly, aren't
you? I never used to be. I used to try, but I feel like, again, that fell into my routine, that gym next to that salon. It's come to me, it gave me what I wanted. Because I've always said, I don't like just going to a normal gym because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I have to be shown, and as well, if I go to like a normal gym, like where you just go and do your own thing, I can be there for an hour and a half and do only 30 minutes workout, whereas there I know I'm doing 45 solid.
And they work you in there.
Yeah. Oh my god, I done 2 classes yesterday. Two with Carla yesterday. Oh my god, and I'm in agony, and I haven't been in agony in a while from the gym. So
also they're just such good vibes, aren't they? I just love the girls from there. They are. They're all just
honestly feels like a second home. I'm not joking.
No, but such a healthy second home because they are lovely. We've had 3 of them now on the podcast and they are just lovely. I'm not actually a member, but I need to like start to go because I like to, I've got like a hotel membership kind of thing, like the spa kind of makes me feel a bit better. But every time I'm like got you in or whatever, I'm like, I'm doing what? I'm gonna go and do a class, I'm gonna go and do something.
Even if you just do one just to get the vibe. Yeah. I feel like you already know what the vibe is. I do. But honestly,
we hear the music anyway.
Yeah, I do.
We're like that sometimes with the pod. Please don't be blessed the music because this is so sad. Like that's so soundproof. Right, so future goals.
Ooh.
Put it out to the universe. Don't be shy.
Okay.
Forget that it's going all over the internet and then you have to stick to it.
So I think for my future goals, I really want to build my clientele up, build my portfolio. But I really want to do push myself out my comfort zone and do events. So recently I've done a fashion show in the town hall. So that was like a volunteer event. Like everyone who worked, it was for free. But that is an opportunity that no money can pay for.
Absolutely.
Like they're rewarding. But that was something I was so nervous. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. And I really went out my comfort zone. I was so nervous. I was terrified. And I've done 4 models. And honestly, it was such a good day. It went so fast.
It was such good exposure as well because I've seen it. The girl who was running it, I love her page. So I'd seen it. So it was such, and then I seen that you've gone. I was like,
it was so good. So I want to do more events like that. Be invited places. And I really just. It sounds so like cringy, but like that influence.
Yes.
Like
it doesn't sound cringy. It's the way the world is going.
The way the world pulls like influences and stuff. But I feel like I do have like a good voice and I do want to share that with everyone. Like I feel like I've got like valid things to say.
You have.
Yeah.
You absolutely
I'm just raising awareness for different things. Like for example, my autism. Like I've had so many girls already reach out to me about that.
Yeah.
Like going through the same process or they have been diagnosed late as well. So I feel like I just want like a big platform, but then in my career as well, like I just love anything like just the makeup side of it. I think it's so inspiring seeing like other brands doing big moves. Like Mitchell, he's obviously one of my faves. Just what he's done. Like I remember doing Mondays by Mitchell on lockdown, so he'd do a look, and then we'd all spend the week recreating the look.
Okay.
So I took part in that and stuff, and I think just seeing how far he's come, it's so inspiring.
Yeah, God, not like honestly, the 2 of them. P. Louise is like, and Doll's Beauty.
Yes,
P. Louise, Doll's Beauty. They're like, I'm like, I look at their lives and I'm like, that's gonna be mine. I can see that. Like I can just see it for myself. I want to ask you. It's not on link, but I want a personal goal from you because I feel like you're on this journey, and I feel like I want to put it out there because I want to know when you've achieved it.
Okay. me like in a personal life,
Yeah,
or just for
your
me
pace.
as a person.
Your oh, you as a person.
Me as a person.
Your personal life would be like, I want to drink a few more cocktails.
I think for me personal, I think don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I think that is one personal goal, but I feel like I need a bigger one now. I feel like I
No.
feel like I think I can think of a
You feel
better
like
one than that. Personal
Well,
goal.
don't be too hard on yourself, though.
Take every opportunity.
Okay.
That's one. That's the
okay.
one.
Yes, that's the one you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take every opportunity.
So don't say no to anything,
Yeah.
which you have done, because coming on this podcast must have been.
I was terrified.
Yeah, it must
But
have
I wasn't though. But when I was walking through the door, I was like, okay, this is happening.
because she didn't expect it to be this professional.
No,
She was like, oh.
No, but I did though. But also, I was a bit like, I'll be fine. But I think it's knowing that there's a camera on you.
Yes,
That's the worst part.
The thing is with me, I'm always like, well, I want to take care of the edit.
Yeah.
I want to be the edit. Yeah, I like that one. Take every opportunity, because there's the thing is, I'm stepping out a little bit more this year. Well, half of the year, and I'm gonna do more networking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I want entrepreneurs to come on, so they have to know who I am. They have to know the page. So I went to like a networking event on Monday, and I've got that other one in August. And that's an opportunity that I like.
Yeah, I would love that actually, because I feel like the fashion show is a really good thing for networking for me. But again, I didn't make the most of it because I just kind of stuck with who I knew.
Yeah, and
so I was stuck with the makeup. Like I stayed with the girls that I had to spend the day with, and because I feel like another goal maybe was to be like really proud and speak out about what I do.
Yeah,
because that's what I went to Peaches and Cream, and I was speaking to one of the girls who works there, and told her that I applied for a job with Mitchell. I didn't get it, but obviously it wasn't meant to be, so I wasn't too hard on myself about that. But then she was like, well, we're constantly looking for people. So she took me Instagram and stuff, and she said if anything comes up, like events, or like if we need any help on the TikTok lives, like we'll reach out to you.
Oh, I can see you on lives, which, by the way, I need someone on my TikTok lives. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that for you.
Yeah.
Live the future is so bright for you, you know, babe. Honestly,
It
like
will be,
I'm like a little white witch, me, and I can just feel the aura around you. I can just feel, and I know that influence, that whole thing, never mind like the influence thing, but that whole thing, you've got the right personality, you've got the right drive for it, and you deserve it, babe, because you work very hard. You really do work hard though, so I'm going to make you receive this.
Thank you.
As your goals, right? Anything that we haven't plugged, anything that you want to talk about, anything, we're obviously going to put your social media links up and stuff like that, anything that you want to, anything coming up, or you're happy you've plugged everything? We did get everything in there.
Yeah, we did. I feel like there's not a really I can think of at the top of my head, to be fair.
Yeah, Mitch, if you're looking for a job.
I feel like just go take every opportunity as it comes. I feel like as well I'm very open about things coming my way. So I feel like if there was anything I can think of, I've already said it.
So from somebody who is 33, looking at somebody who's 22, I just know what is coming for you. There is so much opportunities coming for you. You're going to get so much opportunities off this podcast. People listening to you, go over to a page, follow a page, and without sounding cringy, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. That's so cringy. I like that.
Yeah, I am. I just think it's so refreshing. You are a breath of fresh air. You're so bubbly. You're so gorgeous. And I've been honoured to sit next to you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's so fresh and so new.
Thank you for letting me be.
Of course. And I've just loved having you.
Me too. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it, honestly. And you know what? It wasn't nerve-wracking.
Oh, that's good. That's good.